Welcome to the Thevibes Podcast. I'm your host, FM. Uh, Today, we're tapping in with a real entrepreneur doing his thing in the CBD game. Let's welcome Jordan, owner of Flock and Field Naturals. Let's vibe.
Thank you for the introduction, bro. Like you said, it's been a long time coming. Grateful to be here and grateful for being on.
Appreciate you. So let's just jump off, man. How did you start Flock and Field Naturals?
So I worked in the industry in Colorado. So, I was working with different people from manufacturers to lab owners to growers and other industry people as well. Really seeing the benefit firsthand of how much it was really impacting people. The medicine that people were taking and the supplements of cannabis and CBD of like the actual health purpose that it was providing. Unfortunately, I have certain conditions of myself as well as family and friends that I know and friends of family that I know that, I've went in for surgery or went into the doctors and been prescribed X amount of medication that, unfortunately kills their inside. It kills their well-being of who they are. So really wanted to make a difference with people's well-being and prolong their life with a natural and clean, ethical products.
Okay. What's the meaning behind the name Flock and Field?
So a little fun fact, actually, for you and your audience. We actually came up with the logo first. It was something where like we really wanted to have the aesthetic appeal to it. My previous design team and myself, it was a lot of trial by error with the logo. We do have a farm that's actually something that like has our flowers, so a nice resemblance of like our quality of what we provide. But with the natural side, because that was also something we had. So the logo and naturals was like the top feel of what we had. And the Flock and Field just sort of blended it in together with, having that quality that when you see us, you're seeing high quality products. You're not seeing just your local smoke shop brand, here and there type of thing.
Okay, so you basically just growing it yourself.
So not personally, but yeah, we have our farmers that do all of our processing and everything like that for the CBD side.
Oh, okay. That's dope. What does CBD actually do in simple terms?
So in simple terms, it's it's a part of the cannabis family. So it's not too much of an explanation, but there's two different forms of CBD. There's both cannabis derived and hemp derived CBD.
Okay.
So CBD is more for the medicine, the natural. Like I said, it's like the cousin of cannabis that is needed, but is not usually like always at every function. But when it's together, it really impacts that the atmosphere and the setting of the well-being.
Right. Yeah, well, you answered my second question, which was going to be, what's the difference between CBD and THC? Can we?
Yeah, I can still touch on that a little bit.
Let's touch on it.
So THC is more for like your psychoactive effect, where for those that do know or do not know, it's more for like your sedation, helping for people that, for instance, people that are on chemotherapy or people that suffer from really horrible anxiety disorder or eating disorders or other things where, cannabis is a form where people are able to have that sedation, but also helping with the processing of what they're looking for, which also bases it down to the terpene portfolio as well. But CBD is, like I mentioned before, the medicinal part, the more the healing purpose. But there's also something called an entourage effect, which is when you use CBD, THC, and even hemp. So a supplement, a protein, or whatever that component of a hemp supplement would be. And you get something called an entourage effect, which basically reveals an entire new level of well-being inside of the body. So otherwise, maybe you've seen it as like a full spectrum, for instance. So full spectrum is everything in the plants. That's your entourage effect. You're getting your THC, your CBD, even your hemp compound. If it is a hemp-derived product, even majority of the time, it is still going to have that entourage effect, even if it's a full spectrum product.
What kind of people usually come to you for CBD?
All over. You'd be surprised, to be honest. There's people our ages, there's people older. Our primary demographic is like your 25 to 55. But we have a great variety of a great clientele that is, your 75 plus. Our oldest is actually 95 that uses our products.
Oh, wow. That's really big. So what's the biggest challenge you face getting your business going?
That's a loaded question. I think as every entrepreneur would probably say is just starting. It's really just taking that jump of like knowing that you had that purpose. What I tell everybody is you have to have your why. Like if you're jumping into a platform or a business just to jump into it, and not having that why, you're going to really screw yourself in the long run. But just really making a difference.
So this is mid-show game, CBD Facts or Cat. So basically, I read the statement, Jordan, you answer facts or cat or true or false. So let's start. CBD can get you high.
If it's cannabis derived CBD, it's not going to sedate you. It's not going to get you like full as high as cannabis would, but still a little like mild sedation.
So is it true or false? I still love that you explain it. So I didn't really get a chance. So after you answer, can you explain why?
Yeah, I would say it would be, a good, that would be like a good 50-50, to be honest.
Okay. All right. I mean, that's what I wanted. That's cool. CBD is only for older people.
No, false.
Okay, why?
So there's something internally that everyone has, including pets, called an endocannabinoid system. So that's connected to our CB1 and CB2 receptors. So we're actually on a day-to-day basis, we're producing cannabinoids, walking, eating, talking, like different components in our day-to-day basis. So using CBD actually increases it more. So on minimum, everybody should have a 25 milligram daily dosage of CBD.
That's crazy. And the crazy part is I don't even smoke weed, but you're making me interested. All CBD is the same.
False.
Explain why.
So there's all different compounds of CBD, because CBD is like basically the mother of the cannabinoid when it comes to the CBD side. There's CBN, there's CBG, there's CBC, there's CBB. Like there's so many different compounds of the cannabinoid system itself.
Okay.
But CBD is, and I'm going off tangent. Can you remind me your question again? Sorry.
All CBD is the same.
Yes, so there's different forms. So like you have your edibles, you have your topicals, and other well-being, like other items when it comes to the CBD foundation.
Okay. Next question. CBD can be used in cooking.
Yes. And that can be something where, again, still going to have that like internal well-being. So like your endocannabinoid system that you have. Because everybody that, primarily, not everybody, but primarily a lot of people know that you can infuse food with cannabis. It's the same thing with CBD. Besides, you're not going to have that sedation effect. So, for people that like, for instance, can't eat that's like an issue where people have like that really hard time compounding food and being able like to properly balance food. Infusing a little CBD on like a pasta or a soup or something in that component would really increase like their well-being while they're ingesting their food.
Okay, you also not to get off of it, but you also have a podcast.
I do. And that one is going to be so initially, and I'm glad you brought that up actually. Thank you. So
how was it?
You're gonna stay tuned for all of your followers and all of your audience that's tuning in. We're gonna get the vibes on our podcast as well.
That definitely would be dope.
So very soon, I promise that. So initially it started as the Black Sheep, and the reason being is because I'm the black sheep of my friends and family group. is most of your audience, and that maybe is the black sheep, they know and they understand where we're really misunderstood. We're very much of like, you have a dream, but you're told X, Y, and Z because you don't have like the stigma behind your name or your characteristic doesn't hold a lot. So, with my platform, it was to really get that audience of coming out, telling the people who they are, telling the world of what they want to make a difference with. And then we rebranded actually the name from the Black Sheep to Tales of the Outcast. So, and then we, had a spin off of that. So we had two other segments, one tailored towards the cannabis and CBD industry, and another one tailored towards the credit and financial industry as well.
Okay. Do you guys use your do you use your podcast to promote your business too?
More of having the opportunity and the blessing of, getting our face on other people's platform. Unfortunately, the podcast has been a little bit on a slow postpone at the moment. Unfortunately, life has been life.
Yeah, I get it.
But that's something where we're on all platforms. Actually, we have a lot of unreleased episodes that we're about to start dropping soon as well. But there is certain episodes where you can tap into where like it does break down a little bit of flock and field as well.
Oh, okay. Who would be your dream guest to be on your podcast?
Dead or alive, or it doesn't matter.
Let's do alive, then we do dead.
Okay. If it was alive, I would say, there's a few, but like my top one.
Yeah, give me your top two.
I would have to say my top two would be Master P.
Oh, that was a good one.
And then I would also say Shaq.
I see where you're going with Shaq.
And if I would Shaq, I don't know if you watched.
Where you going with Shaq? Shaq is very interesting. I mean,
he is
from basketball to owning businesses to just being this outstanding role model for the younger youth that's coming into basketball. Bro, Shaq is that. I think I'm gonna steal that one from you too. I'm gonna put that one in my top five.
Please do. I don't know if you've ever seen it actually, but I just started watching it. I'm so inconsistent watching like TV shows, but Shaq actually had a it's like a story of his come up and like his afterlife of the NBA. And breaking down like how he bought Adidas and like him and Allen Iverson like became co-partners of Adidas, and like they own the company now. Like they have other partners, but like him and AI are like owners of Adidas. And we're able to take it back from sorry, not Adidas, Reeboks. My apologies.
I know exactly what you were saying, but I was gonna correct you at the end. Go ahead.
But yeah, so it's very but he's a very interesting man for sure. But to answer your dead question, I would say if it was dead, I would say top two would be God rest his soul, but Kobe Bryant, the late Kobe Bryant. And another one would be honestly Bob Marley, and his aspect would be to more of like learning the peaceful side that came from him, learning how to be at zen of all the time, no matter what the hell life throws at you. Yeah, I mean, Bob was an outstanding role model for anybody and everybody. Even if you don't smoke, he's still that role model type of thing.
Let me ask you this question. This is a personal question for me. The hardest thing about having a podcast, what would that be for you at this moment? Because we all go through trials and tribulations every season or every 6 months.
100%. Honestly, I think it's a factor of staying consistent.
Yeah.
That's the biggest aspect. I think when people think of podcasting, it's just, hopping on a platform, doing what we're doing now and having discussion of like, hey, this is so-and-so, this is my platform. But like there really goes more than just having a platform. Like, you know, if you're podcasting, you're doing social media, you're doing lives, you're getting in front of the community. I see what you do, bro. Like, I respect the hell out of what your grind is, what you do with your people. So it's something where like, it's really, just, I mean, having that consistent, and like I said, I took a pause, so I'm not really much to talk on the podcast side, but like, just staying consistent. That's really the biggest answer in anything, you know, but especially when it comes to the podcast industry, for sure.
No, I believe. Well, how long have you actually been in the podcast? Besides, you can still count the break though.
I would say including the break, because we still have unreleased episodes. We are 2023, so 2 years.
Yeah, see, I'm not even close to that yet. I'm like a year and 7 months. So any advice that you have, like when somebody ask you that question, it's relevant. And that's the thing, like even with having podcasts, I think you know, just getting that information from people and seeing, you know, where their mistakes might have been. And see, I'm still learning. And I want everybody to realize this is my first online interview ever. And I really, really, really wanted to do this with Jordan, because without him, none of this would be possible. I definitely want to give you your flowers for that, brother. And I appreciate that. But what's something people always get wrong about CBD?
I feel like the biggest one would be like, is it going to get me high? Is it going to get me sedated?
Yeah. I should have chopped that up a little bit. Where do you see Flock and Field in the next 5 years?
Man, a lot of growth. I appreciate you for asking that. But just really expanding. You know, you're gonna see us in a lot of different facilities, in your local shops, in your local med spas, like all different facilities. But just really expanding. You know, we have some big things in the works with some big people in the music industry when it comes to you know, for our people. I'm Middle Eastern for your guys' audience. And political or not, that's not me, so don't go after my boy for me saying that. But like, you know, I have a lot of people that are like representing, you know, people back home in Palestine, and like actually like having a voice, and very, very amazing music. And if you guys haven't heard them, definitely check them out. They're actually tagged on our social media. But yeah, just, I mean, really a huge expansion, just growing and, you know, continuing making the impact we're trying to make in this world.
Drop one gem for anyone who wants to start a business like yours.
Have a plan. That would be my biggest one. And have your why. Like, those are the biggest two. I mean, if you're passionate about it. If you're not passionate about it, like if you can't wake up, go to sleep, eat blood and sweat your dream and your hunger of what you're trying to make in this world, it's not for you. It's not your calling. Because, you know, there's, unfortunately to say, it's like there's going to be, and this goes back to the podcast, there's going to be a lot of people that are your sheep of the world, or sorry, are your sheep of the world, where they just want to stick to the same routine. They just want to go to do the same motion, and like, there's nothing wrong with the corporate lifestyle. I also have a part-time gig as well, but it's really something where no matter how many people tell you you can't do it, like, you can do it. It's just, it's you versus you. That's yeah. I hope that answered your question.
Yeah, hey, listen, this was for you to actually, you know, I hope it answers someone's that's looking for that that inspiration. Before we you know, head to the end of it, give me 3 CBDs that you prefer people use.
Like in general, like for their like, or from like my company.
For your company, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking about your company, but three ones that they should use when they actually walk into your store.
I would say the top 3 would be our pain lotion, and that's a 5,000 milligram that helps with tremendous amount of medical things, like neuropathy and much other conditions as well. I would say our mind control tincture, which is very therapeutic for brain health, so like memory and stuff. And even our life support tincture, that's very therapeutic for sleep and even anti-inflammation as well.
Hey, damn. Is it anything that you feel as though that we didn't talk about, or we skipped over, or you want to promote, or anything?
Yeah, so all of you, everybody can check us out. We're on all platforms, Flock and Field Naturals. The "and" is spelled out as well. Our website is just flockandfieldnaturals.com. For anybody that's in the Midwest and the Chicago area, I don't know when this podcast will be dropping, but either way, our anniversary party, we're hosting our 2nd-year anniversary party actually this coming Saturday, August 2nd. And if anybody is around and wants to slide through to it, open invite. My number is on the flyer on my Instagram page. You guys can check out. We have some new releases coming as well. One of them will be up on our website the first week of August, and many more. But yeah, I mean, that's just stay locked in with us is all I can say. The sky is the limit, and the impact that we're here to make, you guys are going to be seeing our face many more years and decades to come. And hopefully, if you ain't too busy for me, bro, next year we're going to do another episode next year, and vice versa. On my platform, we'll get 2 on you as well. But everybody that has not locked in with my man, the Thevibes Podcast, go tap in with this platform, guys. Go show the love. Go show the support. Tell your friend, tell your family, tell your damn neighbor. Somebody needs to hear this episode. It's something where, again, sorry, I can go on a tangent for days.
Keep going, brother. I'm with it.
But, if you got to, like I said before, if you got a dream, as the Vibes, as everybody that we have connected with our platforms and our organizations, I know he can tell his audience, and I could tell my audience, vice versa, is that if you guys need something, tap in with us. Our platforms, and show the love on all of our platforms. It's always going to be, there's always going to be those naysayers, but as long as you keep pushing and man, I can't even tell you, bro, the amount of shit that the amount of times that I've been told personally from certain close friends and family and people that I thought were in my corner that weren't in my corner, that really did me totally 360. That's where I'm leading with this, is be careful who you really want in your support, because my biggest motto, and maybe you guys will incorporate this too, is Lamborghini has 2 doors for a reason. Not everyone can come with you to the top. So you gotta have that and that goes with anything, business, relationships, having that right idea, right mind, but also that right team. Oh man, if you have the right team, I'm grateful for the people that are with us with Flock and Field, with every person that we have been able to connect with. Especially you, bro, for the opportunity and the blessing for getting on your platform. It's the amount of, and I guarantee you're probably in the same boat, bro. As soon as you start a company and you're you continuously grow, it's the amount of people you meet throughout the process. Actually, fun fact for you guys, one of the people that we were about to start, that we locked in with, he was actually my childhood comedian. I fucking loved him. He's a little bit older than me, but he started making videos when I was 10 years old.
Okay.
I just turned 28, and I just met him the first time about a week ago. I met him.
Oh wow.
It was something where a childhood dream, a childhood comedian, man, and I don't even care if he wasn't on no Kevin Hart level. To me, he was a Kevin Hart level. You know what I mean? And he's still what he does and who he is. If you guys check him out, his name is Batata on Instagram. Man, look up Arab Driving School. I promise you guys you'll laugh your ass off for sure.
Hey, listen. So I want y'all to also realize this, man. If y'all in the area of Chicago, what is your store address and location?
So right now we are primarily on the e-commerce, and we do a lot of pop-up events. But we do have a lot of retailers that carry us. So you can find us in all different locations in the Midwest, from smoke shops, med spas, and much more, and even other states as well. We actually have some people out in Philly as well that carry us too. So we can always drop you those links, and you could share it with your crowd too.
Oh, yeah, definitely do that. Hey, man, you got to send me something, man. You know, I'll try something out, man. You know what I'm saying? I definitely would it. I really appreciate you for coming on, bro. Like it really was a long road with trying to get this together. You really stuck in there with me. You really was on my ass. Like, hey, listen, what's up? You gave me a break. I gave you a little break now. Well, come on, let's get this together. And I really appreciate that because it means a lot to me. Now that, you know what I'm saying? You showed me something that I didn't know I could do. 100%. So like, I humbly appreciate you, brother. I wish you nothing but success in your company, in your podcast. And I want you to take this from me because I'm in a podcast space. Don't stop, bro. Keep going. Even if you gotta change some things, and we outside right now, you know what I'm saying? And we're still trying to make it happen. And I'm not gonna let my shortcomings stop me from doing what I need to do. I really appreciate you for stopping through, bro. And hey, man, listen. Hey, shout out to Jordan from Flock and Phil Naturals for hopping on for the Vibes Podcast. If you learned something, laugh, vibe, hit the subscribe button, YouTube, and follow us everywhere: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We outside, and with it. Until next time, you know the vibes.
Peace. And can I add one more thing actually for your audience? And my bad, I should have added this before.
No, you're fine.
Just like you gave me my flowers, I gotta reciprocate the aspect. This man holds it down. His platform, show the love, tap in, like you said, like, follow, show the platforms, all love. Yeah, keep doing your thing, bro. You definitely. It's the same thing on my end from what you said to me. I appreciate you for staying locked in, and obviously us to be able to have this happen. But yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed something.
Do this every 6 months, Jordan. I'm trying to do it every 6 months, man.
Done deal, bro.
That's that. You know how they have like caps in businesses where every year? No, I want to tap in with you every 6 months because I want to see you grow. I want to see you win. You know what I'm saying? Like what we've been through for the past 4 to 5 months since we know each other, bro, it's just been nothing but positivity no matter what happened. So at this point, I want to just continue on doing this, and eventually I'm gonna pop out, man. I'm gonna pop out to Chicago, man. I was just talking about it, and I think that's the first move I should do.
Done deal. Like I said, bro, as soon as you come up here, we're going to lock you in with many people. I'll show you around the city. And hopefully the next time we'll be seeing each other and doing this podcast, that will be in person. So we'll be having that locked in.
Salute you, man. You already know the vibes.
Likewise, brother. Appreciate you.